Oh man, I am not going to have a voice for this, but we're still doing it. I have just finished the whole season 2 of One Piece live action, and we're gonna talk about it, okay? But oh man, last time I did this, which was yesterday, I spent 2 hours on talking about it. So we're gonna see how exactly my voice is gonna handle this, but oh man, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 notes. Okay. Anyways. Whew. Holy. Yeah, you're gonna have to forgive me if my voice is not gonna work for this one, but oh, you know, we'll still go through it. Yeah. Whew. So. Was it good? Did you enjoy it? I guess it was kind of average for One Piece, which means it was amazing, dude. Hell yeah. Well, was it amazing? It was great. It was great. I'll give it... That's a good question. I'm not going to rate it, because I can just say which one was better, Season 1 or Season 2? Does any one of those need to be better? Of course not, but did I enjoy Season 1 more or Season 2? That's a good question as well. I'd have to say Season 1's whole thing is about like gathering the crew and learning about everyone's dreams and getting them out of the situations that they're currently on, and along the way helping those people as well, which Luffy has mentioned in the live action that he doesn't feel like he's helping people because he's just doing whatever he happens to do, I guess. But yeah, it was an interesting line from him. But yeah, I don't know. Season 2, it's got more CGI. It's more about the weirdness of the you know, the different devil fruit powers coming into play. While Season 1, it's more grounded. There's more like regular humans, but then there's also, you know, the ones with like abilities and, well, you know, techniques and so on. But yeah, I guess the mystery of Season 2, the magic of it, I guess it might put Season 2 above Season 1 for me personally, but both seasons were great, man. And yeah, we should actually get talking, because there's too many notes here. Yeah, we need to get talking. But it's hard for me to say. Did I like Season 1 more or Season 2? Well, it's hard to say. But at the same time, I'm gonna be making some weird mouth noises today, by the way, because I'm still reeling from my yesterday's damage from yapping for too long. So, you know. Yeah, and I still have that winter flu going on, or whatever this is supposed to be. The nose is not working whatsoever. But yeah. I mean, I guess Season 2, it really is kind of a mid-season, in-between kind of season, you know? Because it's all climbing up towards what's going to happen in Season 3 of One Piece live action. Yeah, so a lot of it is really just setting up like future events. So in a sense, Season 2 kinda has a hard time to like be anything conclusive, you know, like it is one step on the way of the adventure, you know? Well, multiple steps of the adventure, because there's multiple islands, of course. But yeah, it's more like setting up for Season 3. So there isn't like a big story of like we gathered all the crewmates together and now we're talking about dreaming and, you know, getting together to go to Grand Line. But yeah, Season 2, man. Oh man, I can already say Season 3 is gonna top it all off though. That's gonna be so good. I'm so glad we took our time to get to Grand Line with Season 2 though. But yeah, we're just gonna have to find out. How long will season 3 be? I mean, I'm still hoping for 8 episodes, as it has been for these first 2 seasons. But we're gonna find out. But yeah, we should really get to talking about each individual episode, because otherwise I'll be here for 4 hours, huh? Anyways, episode 6. So, where we last set off, it was the end of Little Garden, and that's the reason why I did 3 whole episodes. It was a good spot to end, because the last 3 episodes were all about Drum Kingdom. And they're already changing the story at the get-go. And instead of finding the Pliskin pirates on the open seas, we actually see them with Miss All Sunday from Baroque Works. And yeah, what was her outfit? What was Miss All Sunday's like garbage bin outfit, man? She was like wearing garbage bags. Is this the whole tea culture that I've been hearing about? Ay caramba, man. I think I made an outfit like that for Halloween once. Anyways. But yeah. Apparently Wapol in this live action edition actually did not have a devil fruit yet. Because in the original story he has a devil fruit for like way before any of these events. But we get a nice scene with Miss All Sunday bribing Wapol to work for, you know, the interest of Baroque Works with a brand new devil fruit power that Wapol eats, and he gets his power. Yeah, cool. And yeah, Wapol looks great, man, but yeah, I guess it was a little weird to see his like completely like black void in like for his mouth, rather than seeing like a little bit of like teeth or anything like that. And if he did not have his power before, what's with the thin mouth anyways? Like, where'd he get that thin mouth if it's not from his power, you know? Like, what is up with that, huh? Well, moving on anyways. Answers will never get to these questions. Yeah. But then I also liked how Chess, the archer Chester, looked like as well. And well, Kuromarimo, of course. Yeah, you know. Moving on. The Jess look great, man. And he starts to make these like weird mouth movements and like sticking out his tongue. Like his actor did a great job, man. I like that. That was very good. Yeah, he has some nice crunchy faces over the course of these episodes. But yeah. And yeah, Nami was out for like 4 days before she woke up, and Sanji was very gently caring for her. And oh man, we get some nice Sanji lore later on as well. But yeah, the whole like stories with the Grand Line diseases. We're gonna hear more stories about people getting sick in the world of One Piece and well, dying from it. But this time around, we gotta go get a doctor for Nami and get her better. Yeah. How else will we get the fastest to Alabasta without Nami at home, man? Yeah, man. But yeah. And we finally get some real snow on the ship, rather than it just being a cutscene where Nami steps in and says, "Oh my god, there's snow outside," and then we skip it. We get to see actual snow. Great. And actual icebergs, which probably means that it's actually kind of cold. And I did see that, well, Usopp, for example, was wearing his hood on him. That's great. Because there's one thing that I don't like about movies and like fictional stories, is that when they don't take the cold seriously and they just have the actors like walking in like blizzard without covering their ears, without covering their throats, without covering their faces. Like, it's so dumb. And they're like, they might as well just dress in freaking like aloha shorts, dude. But yeah. The outfits actually did look very cozy and fit and so on. Great for winter gear, which makes sense. But they're still like standing around on a moving ship with actual like cold winds coming in without protecting their ears or anything. So that's still like, well, you know, it was almost there, man. But yeah, wait. Didn't the original? Didn't Sanji actually have like earmuffs as well? Or am I remembering that wrong? Because I sure did not see anything like that on him, man. Wait a moment. But anyways... Yeah. Oh yeah, and we saw Zoro being completely topless on the ship, and he's like, "No, I'm fine." Like, what are you doing, Zoro? It's all about the mind. No, you're gonna catch cold, man. Put a shirt on, and he puts a tank top on. Like, come on, dude. Yeah, it was a nice reference to Zoro going swimming, which did not actually happen. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and then we get the whole Vivi speech about, well, Nami is sick. We could go try to find a doctor by, straying off course from going to Alabasta. And I think that's exactly what we're gonna do, because that's the fastest speed of this ship is to get Nami better. And everyone was like, yeah. But yeah, makes sense, because you're gonna need a navigator, yeah, man. And she was out for 4 days as well, so that's kind of bad, But yeah, we didn't get any kind of weird, like, tornado event or anything like that. Or, yeah, and since Wapol, the Pleekin, is it Pleeking or was it Pliskin? Well, I'm gonna say Pliskin. The Pliskin pirates were not here in the waters of Trung Kingdom, so we don't get a encounter with them, I mean, Holy. This is what I mean, my voice is dead, yeah? Yeah, we don't get to fight the Pliskin pirates on our way to Trung Kingdom. And then Sanji gets a random aura farming moment where he just jumps off the crow's nest with a hanger, and he just like ropes down on one of the ropes, keeping the sails going. And oh, okay, I mean, yeah, you do you, man. Here's some aura farming for Sanji. Oh, okay. I mean, it looked great, so, that's fun. Yeah. I like it how in the trailers it really looks like, oh, there's some kind of urgency, and Sanji has to, like, ride the rope down with this, like, hanger thing. Oh my god, he's going to rescue some. No, it's fine. We just saw an island. Oh, okay. Anyways, yeah, then we get a flashback on young Vivi at Marie Joyce, and yeah, we get the whole... one of the old reveries where they talk about the assassination of the fishman queen Otohime, and talking about a dragon leading the newly formed revolutionaries of the world, and yeah. And Wapol, of course, comes in, rebellion, schmebellion. Fully. And we get to see King Cobra, who will appear more on season 3, but yeah. It was nicely done, because they didn't have to, like, set up all the kings of the world, for example, and they even hired, like, 3 distinctive actors for, like, the main speakers of those roles, and yeah, it was all there, man. And of course, Wapol starts the whole chaos on the round table after they get into an argument with Cobra, yeah. And yeah, after that... Oh, right, yeah, it's later. There's more on that later, yeah. After that, we switch to a completely new scene where Smoker and Tashigi are going on one of the islands that they do actually appear later on when they intercept one of the other calls that happens on the little garden. But this time it was actually a completely, I think, well, a new location, a newly made location, rather than a short scene in some, like, ruins or something. But it was an actual a communications, like, marine outpost, yeah. And we get to see some new agents, which I think they have been mentioned before. Well, one of them is new, but the other one we actually see in the original story. But it's Miss Thursday and Mr. 11. And in the original, Mr. 11 is actually captured by Smoker and Tashigi, but this time around, Smoker, well, ends up killing Miss Thursday, who makes more baseball jokes. Like, what is with Baroque works and baseball? Because there's going to be a total of 3 people who are into baseball. It's Mr. 9 with his 2 metal bats. It's Miss Thursday with her the new slugger skills, where she's just throwing a ball around and it's just bouncing from wall to wall. And she actually even like killed a couple Marines by just throwing a ball, man. That's kind of brutal. But and then later on, one of the other numbers we'll see will also be baseball oriented. Oh boy. And yeah. Then Smoker just goes, enough with the baseball jokes. And he just grand slams the baseball into her throat. And she's like, oh shit. And, well, dies. And, well, there you go. Home run! It's a home run! But, yeah. Then later on, Tashigi goes against Mr. 11, who actually has a very, Oh yeah, and Tashigi cuts his card. When they show, like, the Mr. 11 card, and he's like, where? And Tashigi's like, no! And she just cuts through the card, man. And, yeah, Mr. 11 had a very unique, kind of like a... Well, how would I describe it? It's kind of like an open hand, like fencer style, where he's kind of swinging rather than constantly doing like jabs and pokes, you know? But yeah. He kept one of his hands like completely open, like kind of like on the side, so that's why I called it open hand fencing. But yeah, it was very interesting. But of course, Tashigi handles that and manages to capture Mr. 11. So I guess that's how he gets captured, yeah. RIP Miss Thursday, though. Anyways, the Straw Hats arrive at Trum Island and they go to the gates and they're like, oh, we got sick people. Oh my god, we need your help. And the people are like, no, we don't trust pirates. Take this bullet. Bam! And Vivi is shot in the arm, that is. And damn, Maria. Yeah, the hiking bear lady is the one who shot at her. Like, what the hell, dude? But apparently it was a stray shot that wasn't supposed to happen, but yeah. Because, you know, they're not actually soldiers, they're just regular people after the soldiers and the king left them. But yeah, pretty much same story. So on. We saw some Lopon pelts of the ravenous rabbits, but we didn't get them in this show, which is kind of a shame, but then again, maybe we don't need them. Yeah, who knows? But yeah, we at least see them being killed by humans, so... I guess that's a reference, yeah. Anyways, what's next, huh? Oh yeah, and then Dalton talks about Blackbeard, yeah, and it was kind of like side-passing moment, like, oh, Blackbeard, oh, yeah, you couldn't handle one guy? No, his entire crew was full of monsters. Oh, okay, well, moving on. And it's like, oh, remember that name, Blackbeard, because, you know, it's a pirate tale. If you drop in a Blackbeard name in a pirate tale, you better perk those ears up, dude. But yeah, man. And yeah, Wapol still looks great. I don't know what this this line is referencing, but Wapol great looking is all I wrote in the middle of this, and I was like, oh, okay. But I guess so, yeah. Anyways. Oh yeah, and Luffy's like staring at the mountain like, yeah, there's only one doctor left in this country and she lives on top of that mountain over there and you better climb this mountain. Well, but you can't because it's too dangerous. And Luffy's just staring at it like, I'm gonna climb that mountain. You can't climb that mountain. I'm gonna climb that mountain. And yeah, my captain, yes. Climbing scene, yep, it was done justice. I mean, it isn't as long and as like intense as the original, because well, you know, it's a live action show. We can't have Luffy climbing on an actual like 3-kilometer mountain, man. But anyways, yeah, it was pretty good. And the moment when Luffy starts to slip up, it's done so brutally in the original story and in the anime. Because he's like scratching against the wall with his fingers and his toes and they're getting like bloody and stuff. Oh my god, they didn't do that here, but it was still pretty intense. And yeah. They did actually reference the avalanche that happens in the original story by having some of the like snowy rocks fall off on top of Sanji, and Sanji also falls off, but I think he says like, oh no, you gotta protect Nami, don't worry about me, as he's falling to his death, and that's where Luffy does his little neck stretch thing and catches Sanji. But yeah. And he throws him all the way up to the top as well. And I guess that's where he kind of breaks a couple ribs. Because when a person is falling back first and you catch them and like their whole body bends, like you're gonna have some bones broken in, dude. So, you know, that did actually make it into the story by Sanji having a couple ribs broken. But yeah. Oh man, it was intense. The live action show also managed to flinch me a little bit, yeah. Yeah. Wow. Anyways, Castle of Drum Kingdom looks great. Yeah. No. Oh yeah. So when Luffy arrives in the original, the ledge that he kind of like keels over on starts to break, and he's like about to fall back down, and that's where a Chopper comes in. But we didn't get that one. But yeah, we got Chop. The first look at the big old Chop and the little Chop as well. And well, before that we go back to Smoker. Oh, I see. Okay. And yeah, Smoker talks about managing to get some of the other snails working who are like half dead, thanks to Miss Baseball. And yeah, we get a nice scene with Dalton and Zoro talking about... Oh wait, did I skip something? Yeah, wait. Oh wait, yeah. So before this, still while at the town, Usopp actually lashes at Zoro, and he's like working on a way to like, well, get the other crew on top of the mountain. And he's like working on his stuff, and Zoro is just drinking beer at the window, like saying like, oh, that cook better not mess up. And Usopp actually lashes at him, and he's like, Zoro, you're not doing anything. Go do something rather than just wasting your time talking here. And Zoro's like, damn, you know what? You're right. I'll go do something. I'll go outside. And yeah, he has a nice talk with Dalton later on, Zoro that is. And yeah. Eventually, Usopp also comes back to Zoro, and who's been on the watch the whole night. And he's like, I brought you breakfast. And Zoro's like, what is it? And he gives him a beer. And Zoro's like, oh, damn, delicious beer. Damn it, Zoro. Oh, yeah, man. And they make up, so, you know, it's fun. Anyways. Yeah, and, what else? Yeah, then we get the scene with Vivi talking, or young Vivi in the past talking with Igoran about like responsibilities and like becoming the leader someday. And then Wapol comes in from the reverie like meeting, and he's like, oops, and just does a full-on punch at Vivi. And man, that child actor, she did her acting well, man. Those were some good scenes, man. I really enjoyed it. And, you know, obviously, well, it still hurt Vivi, but she's all like calm about it, like, oops, I'm sorry I bumped into you, mister. And later on, she's crying about it, and Igaram is there. Oh, Igaram's actor was so good. Can he somehow survive this time around too? Please, let him survive, man. And they showed the freaking handkerchief with the note on it. Oh no, dude. Why did we burn that thing? It would have been so good if Vivi had like a large white boat this whole time, man. They could have like put him to rest later on after the country is saved. You know, I wanted that bow on Vivi, man. My God. Yeah. Anyways. And we didn't get to see Pell or Chaka, but I guess they were a little too young to be featured in this past reverie. Because it's like 10 years ago or something like that, yeah? Oh, what else? Yes. Nami awakes, and we get to see Chopper in proper scene as well. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I liked how Chopper looked or sounded on the trailers, but he was fine in the actual show. They did him a little more justice, I feel like, rather than making him do the funny. He was more natural feeling this time around. Because, you know, for the trailers, you wanna get the funny. Oh, Chopper is hiding, and then he gets hurt, and then he's like, oh, I'm not hurt, you pieces of shit. And it's like, whoa, calm down, Chopper, you funny guy. It's like, they're trying a little too much with the trailers, man. But in the show, it was okay. It was okay. Can't say I'm for the tiny Chopper. I feel like what Michaela Hoover is doing with his voice, that's okay. But when he became big later on, I'm not sure if I like that voice, because it just sounds like a squeaky toy when he's big, because they try to give this like effect to his the sounds of speaking, you know, and it's like, you know, like it's like I wish they had hired like another actor for like Big Chopper, you know. But I guess in the original, the same actor, the voice actor for Pikachu, by the way, does the Chopper's voices for One Piece. But she also does his voice for the Big Chopper as well. But it's got more like deeper voice, and I feel like, what's with the effects? Can't Michaela Hoover like do a deeper voice? Like, they added this like weird effect to it, and I wasn't a big fan of that. So we're gonna have to see in season 3 if they change it a little bit, if Michaela gets her voices a little different. But yeah, I guess it depends on what the feedback from like overall audience will be. But I'm going to be in the camp where I kinda did not like Big Chopper's voice. So yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna have to find out. It might be just me, but you know, it's my personal opinion, and I made it. Anyways. What else? Oh my god, hold on. Yeah, Kureha's entrance after Chopper is released. It's like they gave Chopper like kind of music, and then Kureha, when she arrives, they hit that guitar like, and it's like, whoa, it's Kureha. Oh my god, holy. But anyways, yeah. Oh yeah, and they do reference her taking people's temperatures with her finger. Yeah, she puts her finger on their forehead, and she's like, yeah, this is about 40 Celsius, yeah. And it's like, what? How does she do it? We don't know. But yeah, cool. And yeah, I liked the little exchange that we got between Kureha and the Chopper as well, where they talk about, he was a Kestia, and for Kestia, you're gonna need this and that. We're gonna need 16 times the detail of Fallout 4, and yeah. It was a nice little conversation between the doctor and her assistant, yeah. Yeah, but all in all, I still like how Chopper actually looks in the show, I feel like, yeah. But the trailers definitely like made me feel a little icky about Chopper, because maybe they tried a little too hard, you know. But yeah. They threw Luffy in a bath, and he thinks that he's about to be eaten. They threw me in a pot of warm water, and it's like, yeah, it's called a bath, Luffy. Like, oh. Holy. But yeah, the episode 6 really was just an in-between lore and character episode. So, you know, we're taking our sweet time. I kind of like it. I like it. Yeah, it's a good idea, man. But we didn't get to see any scene with the hiking bear. That's my only minus. That is literally, well, among the other minuses I listed, of course, but no hiking bear. Where is my boy? We don't know, but he didn't make it in, I guess. Oh well, happens. Okay, next up we got episode 7. Oh no, this is a different receipt. I'm actually seeing through this receipt. I have to keep it in my palm because I can't read the text. Don't worry, it's on a loop. Yep, there we go. Yeah, so... Oh yeah, yeah, we get Chopper's past, starting completely from this start of this episode, yeah. Yeah, and the Chopper plus Hero Look logo looks great as well. Very good, very good. Yeah, wait, what was the logo for last time? Wait, yeah, what was the logo for episode 6? I don't remember. Wait, what? Huh? Yeah, wait, what? What was the logo for episode 6? I don't remember. Well, anyways. Yeah, and they call him Bear, a raccoon, a dog, the worst gorilla, huh? Oh well, they didn't get to see the big form yet, so you know. Why would he be a dog? He's walking on 2 legs. Luffy, come on, man. Anyways. Yeah. Sanji wants to cook him. Don't cook our boy, dude! That's Zoro's future son. Don't cook him, man. And I like how Kureha tries to recruit Sanji. I mean, you know, he's a good-looking fella who knows how to cook. And, yeah. We get more past of Chopper, where they talk about the Hiruluk escaping from the Doctor Hunt and also meeting Dr. Kureha underneath the bridge. And, yeah. Oh no, my nose, it's catching up. It's realizing I want to speak, and it's like, no, block his nostrils, don't let him speak. He's giving a review of One Piece, don't let him speak. Oh my god, holy. Yeah, oh man, this is what I mean, that I am not ready for this, because last time this took my voice out completely, so we're gonna see how long this still takes. I still have 5 notes, because that was only the first one, yeah. So, anyways. Where was I? Yeah, they talk about the cure-all mushroom, and no one believes it, because people have lost their hope, and they're all fearing, and they hope to get this, like, oh, there's a cure-all mushroom, if we can find it, we don't need doctors here that are being restricted by Wapple's tyranny, pretty much. And yeah, Drum Island, Drum Kingdom appears to be too far to be saved, and that's what Kureha says. Oh man, they're too sick. There's nothing but death for this kingdom, and if this keeps going, and it's like, oh man, well, I'm getting the hell out of here, man. Anyways, yeah, what else? And yeah, Hiruluk finds a Chopper who was being chased in his big form, and he's getting shot at, and well, shot as well. And yeah, Chopper doesn't actually see the paralyzing, well, the tranquilizer gun on him and like beat him up this time around. But it's at the scene, the Chopper stays in his tiny form. Oh wait, in the original, Chopper was only in his big form, that's right. And later on he becomes tiny when he's rescued by a Hiruluk. Right, yeah. Well, it's actually Hiriluk, but I sometimes say Hiruluk. Sometimes I do say Hiriluk, but usually I add the double U's in term. Holy. But yeah, we don't get the scene where Chopper like literally beats the hell out of Hiruluk, and then Hiruluk undresses completely in front of him and just shows his naked body and goes, I am a doctor, I have no weapons, I'm here to help you, and then this Chopper passes out from embarrassment. But he did actually undress in the live action to his boxers, and he's like, I don't have weapons, I'm a doctor, I am not hiding anything from you. And Chopper is like, oh shit, okay. But yeah. Yeah, no tranquilizer gun beat down. I feel like that was such a good moment, because Chopper was just being chased by like people who tried to shoot him and kill him, and then Hiruluk comes in to like help him, but then he happens to see his fake tranquilizer gun, and that's when he gets like mad and beats him down, and that's when Hiruluk goes like, takes off all of his clothes, and he's like, I am a doctor, I'm here to help you, you don't have to escape from me, you know? I feel like he should have beaten him down a little bit more, because in the live action, it's only small Chopper who tries to like kick him and punch him with his like tiny antlers and so on. But I feel like the big beat down should have happened. Oh well, anyways. Yeah, I mean, you know, doing things different, but sometimes you should stick to the OG. Yeah. Because that was a great scene, man. Because he literally beats down on a doctor, and we think Hiruluk actually got mad. But he's only mad because Chopper is not trusting him, and that's why he takes off his clothes. And he's like, I am a doctor, you know? But yeah. The moment Chopper wakes up, he's like, oh, good afternoon, Chopper. And Chopper is like, good after... Shit! And Hiruluk is like, you have a puppy mouth, huh? Or a potty mouth. Holy, I can't speak. But yeah. And then for some reason, Hiruluk starts breaking bread apart on top of a bed. Yo, don't do that! It's gonna put breadcrumbs in the bed. Don't do that! It's gonna like bring in insects into your bed if there's like breadcrumbs all over. Never, ever break food on top of someone's bed. My God. 0 out of 10 show. I swear, man. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, and Hiruluk of course goes on about, oh, you're not a monster. I've seen monsters before, and you're not one of them. And I know how to speak, and if you can speak, that's fine. Because I can do it even better than you, man. And I even speak way more. But yeah. You know, it's the usual. We've seen them in the OG. But yeah, the first fight between Hiruluk and Chopper, and then at the end of it, they're just screaming at each other like, ah! And then, you know, Hiruluk gives him the hat, yeah. But then I started to wonder about all these scenes. Is Chopper too big? Is Tiny Chopper too big? Or is he suffering from the curse of mascot Chopper? Because Chopper's original design, his head was way smaller and his like choppy body was more on display. With the body to head ratio, yeah. But then later on, they started to make Chopper's head huge when compared against his body. And I started to wonder like, wait a moment, is Chopper too big? And then I realized, no, Chopper is not too big. But his head is too big, because they're going for the modern Chopper look, where his head is way bigger than his body, and I am not a fan of that. To be honest, I really enjoy the old Chopper look rather than the new one. Man, I can even show you. Let me go get an image of Chopper. Tony Chopper. Tony Chopper. Let's see. Yeah. I think, let's say Tony Chopper old versus new. Oh, that's a good image. This one right here. Okay. Or well, maybe not actually. There's some text on it. I don't like the text. I'll get rid of it. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, so I'm gonna show you some images of Chopper, so, you know, spoilers. Yeah, let's see. So, this one. Look at this one. Let's get rid of the logo for a while. Get rid of that and show this. So, the highlighted image there is the old design. Look at his head to his body ratio. I like this Chopper the most. But then, oh yeah, look at this! This one right here. I wish you could see that. I wish I could remove myself out of the way. And yes, I can. Look at that. That's why he will look if he was all... Okay, that looks a little weird. But this Chopper right here, this is the Chopper that I enjoy. This is a good looking Chopper. This is a great image, but you can't see the other Chopper, so it's a little, well, you know. This is what I mean. Look at this Chopper. Look at his head. Look at how big his head is. This is the style that they went for, Chopper, in the live action. But look at this boy. This boy is so comfy and so fluffy, and he's so big. He's a little chupu, you know? And this Chopper is great. Also, that X is so horribly drawn. I hate to see it. I don't want to look at it anymore. Look at that one. Oh my god. They almost did it again. No, that looks good. Yeah, that X looks good. Yeah. Gross. But, yeah, this is what I mean. Well, it's a little blurry, but, His head is too big. He is supposed to have a tiny... It's a tiny boy. Congratulations, it's a tiny boy. But it's just not there, man. I'd prefer to see the old Chopper style for now, at least. But yeah. Anyways, back to Yapping, I guess. Yeah. So I have a little bit of a problem with this. I still have a problem with the way how they're showing Chopper on the live action, man. Head too big. That's the problem. Anyways, let's see. Oh wait, is this where? Oh yeah, this is where I am. Okay. Yeah. Hiruluk tells Chopper to not ever hold a grudge. No hope, no hope, and all fear for the people. So, you know, they don't know what they're doing. They even go hunting for abominable snowmen rather than trying to find out if they're actually an abominable snowman. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and then we get Hiruluk's story about how a thief became sick and he was an incurable sickness, and then he saw the beauty of flower petals, and then he was like, oh, my body has changed, and then he could live a little longer, and that's Hiruluk actually. Yeah, he's the thief who saw the cherry blossom petals and he lived longer, but his sickness wasn't completely cured away. No? And that's why he wants to find out a cure for the kingdom. So maybe the kingdom can live longer and become healthier, a better person, yeah. Whew. But anyways. Yeah, and then he says the whole stuff about skull and crossbones being the symbol of fate, and that's where Chopper like gets the wrong idea of like, oh, skull and crossbones, that means fate, to cure all. And it's like, oh, no. But yeah. And eventually in every scene with Hiruluk, we do see him like cough a couple times. So the idea of like him still being sick is still there, so that's nice. And yeah, Hiruluk drives Chopper away eventually when he heals up, but this time around he doesn't use a gun, which for the original story, it's kind of sadly symbolic that Hiruluk will drive Chopper away by using a gun towards him. I use gun at you, but yeah, this time they didn't do it. He only kept the door, well, closed. And Chopper was like, oh, let me in, no, go away, Chopper, I'm sorry, Chopper, forgive me. But yeah, you know, it's like kind of like the original, but some changes here and there. It's nice to see, you know. Adds a little spice to life, I guess. No, I don't want any spice in my life, says the One Piece toxic fanbase. No, I want it to be 1-1. Well, just watch the anime then, you moron. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, we get a couple scenes with Kureha checking on Hiruluk, and she's like, ah, you're a goner. Oh, thanks. But yeah, the Chopper hears about the magical mushroom who's supposed to like cure all, and then he goes to find it off screen. They did the whole Chopper adventure off screen. What? We don't get to see Chopper meeting his old family, being beaten down by the alpha of the pack, and then like standing up and fighting against him to get what he wants, to get what he needs, which is the magical mushroom. We don't get any of that. Oh yeah, we're just skipping it, says the directors. Oh yeah, we don't need it. Oh no, reindeers, too much to handle for our show. We'll just skip it. And then Chopper appears at Hiruluk's door and he's all beaten down. Oh, but we don't get to see it. Oh, we're skipping it. Oh, we don't have the budget. We ran out of money. But holy hell, man, like, are we skipping? Yo, this is not filler. Why are we skipping it? Wait a moment. Anyways. Shame that we didn't get to see Chopper's little adventure, man. Oh well. Yeah, and yeah. Well, we also don't see Chopper read the book about the mushroom with the skull and crossbones on it. But it is later shown that Chopper is actually reading the same book when Kureha arrives and asks like, where's Hiruluk? And what did you do with him? But yeah, we don't get to see like a scene before that where Chopper reads about the mushroom in a book, man. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. But yeah, Hero Look is feverishly working on the cure. Oh wait, no, yeah. Oh yeah, wait, yeah. Oh yeah, he did complete that. I'm skipping things. Now I'm the one skipping. Yeah. But yeah, it's yeah. After Hero Look gets the examination from Kureha, Chopper does his little adventure, and that's when Hero Look gets back to work on the miracle that he's working on. And when he completed, he's like, oh, Chopper, Chopper, Chopper. Oh. All right, Chopper is gone. And that was kinda sad to see, because he only turns to look at the flag of his conviction, man. And Chopper is nowhere to be seen, and he's just grasping the newly found miracle cure for the kingdom, and it was sad to see. It was a nice touch, man. But yeah, then Chopper shows up, all beaten up for his off-screen adventure, and yeah, you know, it's the same old as happens in the OG story. And then Kureha arrives and she's like, you fool! But we don't get a Chopper beatdown, it's just a verbal bash down on Chopper until he cries. And yeah, again, small changes. Less violence towards Chopper, which I sure love seeing my Chopper being smacked around the house. Domestic violence, delicious. But oh well. Yeah, Hero Look, you know, ate the poison soup of the mushroom that Chopper brought off screen, and goes to the castle, and there's a little scene where he throws bombs around. Kinda like in the OG, but he kinda does that not at the castle, but at the village with the drawbridges that lead to Drown Kingdom, Castle, Island, Mountain, whatever. But I feel like during the scenes where Kureha is talking to Chopper about, you fool, you can't save people with kindness alone, I feel like, because it was a long talk, and it was only centered on Kureha's face, as she's going on about, oh, Chopper, you dumbass, you can't save people with kindness alone, you gotta get skills and become a doctor, you gotta go to school, you gotta pay some debts off, you're gonna have a family later on. Like, all that yapping, they should have shown couple scenes of Hero Look like growing weaker from the poison and like starting to like cough blood or something while the talking was still going, because it was only after that lengthy talk when they started to show Hero Look going to the castle, and they still like switch back to Kureha and Chopper starts to like cry as Hero Look is fighting his way in. They should have done it a little earlier, showing like Hero Look like walking down stepping on the bits and like starting to get weaker and coughing blood to his hand or something, like blood coming out of his mouth, you know, showing that he is actually like, he drank the poison, he's dying, you know. Man, I should be the director at this point, dude. Ah, the toxic fan base is here. Anyways, moving on. But yeah, I feel like they could have handled that scene better. Minus points for Gryffindor. Oh, Dumbledore comes in. 300 points to Gryffindor for no reason. Like, no, shut up. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, at Hero Look worsening scenes during Kureha talk, not after. And that's the second note. There you go. Moving on, third note. Here we go. 3 more left after this. Part 2 of episode 7. Let's go. Yeah, we see the EC20, 20 doctors, which are, you know, they're wearing shades. They have the doctor, like, surgeon outfit going on. Yeah, it's a perfect casting. Yeah, Wapple's throne room, a great set. They have, like, a full diner table, just food going cold over at the middle of it. And they had some nice paintings as well. Yeah, kind of like the paintings that Captain Morgan got on the first episode of One Piece Live Action Season 1, yeah. And yeah, oh man, all these sets are so good, man. But yeah, Dalton's actor looks so good. I added it all the way here, because that's when we started to get like his side profile with the hair, and oh, that was a great casting. Yeah, I like that. And then Hero Look has his speech about when a man is forgotten, that's when they die. And, you know, it was done justice, it was pretty good, but I don't remember there being the classical music that plays in the original anime, yeah. Because that scene is fantastic. If you've never seen that scene, well, just start watching One Piece, dude. You'll get to it. You know, it's like episode... Well, actually, which episode? It's like episode 60 or something, right? Yeah, it's like episode 62. No, I think episode 62 is the climbing one. So it's like 64 or something like that. Yeah, it's a great episode. One of my all-time favorites, man. Yeah, both the climbing and Hero Look's backstory. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, he is my son. Please no hurt. Please protect. And we don't actually get Hero Look's death by mixing chemicals inside of him and then him exploding. But it was rather him using the bombs that he brought to the castle and clacking them together like, clap your hands! And then he explodes. But I like that he actually does like some kind of chemical compound by mixing like different, well, you know, ingredients together. And then he kind of like takes a shot and explodes. Like, that was way cooler, man! But in this one, he's like, yeah, clap my hands, whoop! And it's like, well, that's kind of lame, dude. I mean, hey, man, I guess he did it in the throne room as well, rather than outside the castle, but the original was just way better, though, yeah, I would say. So, once again, they do things a little different, but some of these changes are not up to par, man. While some of them are. Some of them are way betterly handled than, well, what Oda originally did. But yeah, some changes are a little more like lackluster, you know. But anyways. Oh, you know what? I'm wearing the wrong pants. I have to change my pants because these are not my streamer pants. Because I'm sitting down for a long time. I sometimes have my hands or my like elbows on my thighs, so you know, sometimes sweat forms over there. I have to change my pants, man. Give me a moment. Oh, there they are. Yeah, I couldn't find my pants, but no, here they are, yeah. Well, excuse me. Yeah. I mean, these are just sweatpants, so it's way better for streaming, you know? Oh yeah, man. Okay, well, let's get through it, huh? Because I want to play some Pokopia. Oh my god. Whew, Mama Amoeba. What were we talking about? Pants? Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, so after Hero Look explodes, and we see Chopper arrive at the castle. How in the world did his hat get outside the castle from the throne room? Yeah, wait, what? Because I didn't see like any windows being broken down, or maybe they did. And not only that, but he explodes the bombs on top of his head. On top of his hat. That means the hat... That means the hat itself was blown downwards rather than flying off. How did Hero Look's hat get outside the castle? Was it his ghostly spirit or something? That made no sense. Again, yo, we gotta change the director for this one. I'm gonna take over, huh? Yeah, that made no sense, man. That one made no sense. And yeah, we don't get to see Dalton's Devil Fruit powers yet. Because in the original, he will turn into the Ox Fruits, the model bison, the monster, to stop another monster, which is now Chopper, in his big form. But in live action, he only uses his human form to stop Chopper. Ay caramba, man. And because Hero Look's speech really greatly affects Dalton, he goes back inside the castle, and he takes on Wapol and his whole army, and we don't even get to see that. We don't get to see the fight. We're just skipping everything. Did they run out of time? Did they run out of budget? What's the deal? Why are we skipping so much during Drum Island? It's so weird, man. Anyways. I have a limit on my voice, so we gotta keep moving. Yeah. And, end of flashback. Luffy never actually gets to hear these different flashbacks or stories of all these characters in the original. But in the live action, he did actually hear the story of Nami, for example. He hears the story about Sanji from, Sanji himself. And he also gets to hear this story as well, while he's eating. But in the original, Luffy never hears these stories. He never knows about the pasts of these people. So it's a little different this time around, yeah. And yeah, this is where the Zoro's breakfast scene happens, where he just drinks a beer. But yeah. And Dalton, of course, knew about Vivi being the princess of Alabasta, just like in the original. And yeah, after hearing the story, there is a pretty good change though with Luffy, because now that he knows about the whole pirate flag that they're keeping in the treasure chest locked away, Luffy actually goes to that chest and tries to hang the flag, and Chopper is like, no, don't touch that flag! And Luffy's like, well, what you gonna do, shorty? Gonna grab these hands? And he puts the flag so high up that Chopper will never reach it. Luffy, no! I mean, Luffy, yes, maybe? But, yeah. Yeah. And, oh yeah, and Chopper sees that his arm stretches, and Luffy's like, I'm also a monster. There was no guitar riff there, I made that up, but yeah, cool. Oh. Then we get a little scene where Vivi hands out mittens to people suffering from cold, and then she laughs at them no, she laughs at the moment where she's happy that she gave her mittens away for people who don't have mittens and their hands are shivering. But when she laughs after that, I was like, why are you laughing, Vivi? No, they're cold, come on. But no, she was laughing because she was helping them, and she was being happy about it. But they're fucking cold. They don't care about you having a nice moment. They care about their hands being warm, which is great, because she gave away her mittens, but then she also had a little chuckle. And he was like, why is she laughing at them? They're cold. No. She was laughing because she had a nice moment, But I saw that scene and I was like, Vivi, don't chuckle. They're cold. It's great that you're giving your mittens for them, but don't make funny mouth noises after they're shivering from the cold. And they're like, oh, I'm so cold. And Vivi comes in here's my mittens. And it's like, what are you laughing at? No, shut up. But then she also sees that Miss All Sunday is in Drum Island, and they have a little talk. Yeah, Vivi laughs at cold people is what I wrote down here. Anyways, Dalton sees something in the woods, and he tells Zoro oh, don't worry, I'm gonna go check it out, and he gets shot by the 3 arrows that happens in the original story. But I was thinking wait, are they not going to show Dalton in his bison form? But they do it eventually. Yeah, wow, Dalton, holy. Oh, I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna walk into the woods and get shot. Oh, okay, then. But, yeah, man. What else? Yeah, oh, yeah, right. So, yeah, I did mention that we don't get to see the Pliskin pirates on open ocean. That means we didn't get to see the Wapol submarine that turns into a ship. That would have been cool. The CG, I think, could have handled that. But I guess, yeah, oh well, I mean, it would have been cool, I guess, oh well. But anyways. Yeah, my only thought after this episode was, are they going to show the Ox power at all? And yes, they did. Get this out of here. There you go, be my boss. Okay, final episode. I have 3 notes left. One Piece, episode 8. Dalton is brought to Wapol. He's not dead. There's no avalanche that, gets Dalton stuck. He's there and he's brought to Wapol, and Wapol is like, I got devil fruit powers now as well. And Dalton's like, oh my god. We don't get to see the scene where in the original manga, not in the anime, Dalton strikes Wapol's head clean off. It's true. Wapol actually loses his head and it's cut clean off. But the Ishii 20, the 20 doctors that Wapol has, they put him back together. But he lost his head. Humans don't live when, spine cord is snapped in half, that's some important wiring over there. Like, we don't live after that. But for some reason, Wapol can. But they didn't show that in the anime. In the original anime, Dalton just cuts him like clean through at the chest, and then they fix him. But Wapol shows off his powers and he turns his hand into a pole axe after eating one, and that was so cool. That looks so good, man. The CGI team is cooking, man. And Dalton finally turns into a bison, the ox fruit power, and then he runs into a spear. Yep. Let me show you my awesome bison powers. Here I come. Yeah, pretty much. He literally runs into the same spear that Wapol just created on his arm, and it's like, well, shit, dude. Anyways. Yeah, Wapol also shows his powers a little more, and he talks about this power turns my body kind of like into a factory. And, well, off-screen, he starts to eat his own men. And it's like, whoa, we'll talk about that later, because it looked very sick, and I like the idea. Hold it. Oh yeah, it was in this episode. It was in this episode where Vivi and Miss All Sunday talk, yeah. Because the previous episode ended with that kind of, yeah. Miss All Sunday is kind of a menace in the show because she's like smirking about kingdoms falling, and she's like, people are gonna die, lol. But I guess most of the Baroque works agents will be psychos, I guess. Anyways, but yeah, the Wapol tin toy soldiers made from Wapol metal. Oy caramba, dude. And Vivi also talks to Zoro and calls him Mr. Bushido, which is straight from the original story. And Usopp shows off his creative powers, and he creates like this grappling hook bow kind of situation that Vivi uses to get on top of the mountain, and it's off screen. We're skipping that one too, I guess. Oh yeah, she just makes it. How? Oh, with the thing that Usopp created, and we're gonna show it off screen, which is never, by the way. Okay. Yeah, but Vivi makes it, and nothing else is talked about the whole Vivi goes up a mountain scene. Oh well. Anyways, Wapol eats his own logo. Well, takes 3 bites out of it at least. But yeah. I still don't remember what was episode 6's logo. I don't remember. That's so weird. Yeah, I don't remember. Oh, it was Vivi. Now I remember. It was Vivi. Vivi had that logo, right? Because it was all about young Vivi. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, I didn't mention it, but when Vivi got shot, they had the whole speech about Luffy being a terrible captain. Because it's not a situation where you're supposed to be angry. You're supposed to forgive them for accidentally shooting at you because your friend really needs help. Yeah. Yeah, that's why it was all about Vivi, right? Yeah. Man, I'm getting toasty over here. Hold on. I'm trying to be warm to save my voice from all this humid cold air, but at the same time, I'm not becoming so toasty. I'm like starting to sweat here because I'm yapping so much. But anyways, moving on. Yeah. Sanji in this episode talks about his mom and the past events that happened with Sanji and his mom that are shown later actually, and that was a perfect addition. Sanji talking about his mom and how he made like lunches when he was a kid to his mom, and well, eventually not needing to anymore because his mom died. And like Sanji's like tearing up and like actually crying at this memory, and Nami is there to listen. That was a perfect addition, dude. Plus points. I give a lot of minus points for stuff that is done like poorly or like missing, but this was a perfect addition. Sanji talking about his mom to the Straw Hats like this early on, like oh my god. And there's a little bit of hints about his princely past as well, like him walking in the corridors and hallways, and he's like, corridors and hallways, what are you on about? Like in your house? Yeah, in my house, yeah, a giant castle. But oh, that was a perfect addition, dude. Woo. But anyways, I guess after that, Wapol is coming. Bowser is coming. Don't say that, Peach. Oh my god, I gotta clear my nose. Where's my paper is all... No, it's here. It's behind my the mug of water. Holy. I'm not crying because I thought about Sanji talking about his mom, okay? Moving on. Anyways. Yeah, Kureha was very quick to run away from Wapol, which was an interesting idea, because in the original, she stands up to defend the castle, because, the rest of the gang is doing that as well. But I guess he kind of hammers the fact that Kureha doesn't like people, and he even questions Chopper for wanting to protect the people who shot at him. But yeah, Hero told Chopper not to have grudges, so, it makes sense, man. Chopper is ready to fight. Kureha leaves the castle, oh well. But yeah, Zoro and Usopp are getting ready, and they have a nice little pep talk about how are these monsters scarier than like the ones that you fought on Little Garden, yeah. Because yeah, the soldiers that Wapol created by mixing people with various stuff. Yeah, and that's the thing, because Wapol's power, the Munch fruit, I guess it's called, Baku, yeah, whatever, anyways, it doesn't allow him to eat people, but he can create stuff around people when he, puts the people in his mouth factory, and that's kind of what he was doing with his tin shoulders, I guess we can call them, Wapo metal tin shoulders, yeah. And they were basically like people who have been like fused together with like weapons and that kind of stuff. And they look nuts, dude. They kind of remind me of like the Chaos armies from like Warhammer. Yeah, like the Nurgle ones, for example. But then there were like a lot of like just soldiers that just had like spikes growing out of them, which actually reminds me of how Wapol's like final form, which we have never actually seen in the anime and in the original manga, who's like filled with these like spiky weapons, and there's like all these like different things like protruding out of Wapol's body, but we never got to see it. It's only like a silhouette that we've seen. I want to see that form at some point. I want to see it, because it's apparently also really strong. Wapol has beaten Dalton in one-on-one duel, and a whole bunch of Lapans because of that form. But we've never got to see it. It's gotta happen in the future. Wapol's gotta show it. He's gotta show it, man. I want to see it. But yeah, it's not necessarily for the story of what's going on with the Trum Island. We do not need to see Wapol in that form, and that's kind of what happens in the anime. Wapol is yeeted out of Trum Kingdom before we get to see that form. And he's even prevented from unlocking it, because Wapol in the original story, when he starts to lose to Luffy, he's like, but I got the key to the castle's armory, and I'm gonna go eat all those weapons and show you my ultimate form. And then Nami steals that key, and he's like, oh fuck. But we have never seen that form. apparently it's huge. Apparently it's like super deadly and powerful. I wanna see it, man. I mean, it's probably not that strong, but yeah, I wanna see it, man. Okay. Oh, no, yo, send me a picture later. I know he's listening. Yeah. Anyways, where were we? Yes. Dalton, well, was either left alive by Wapol or he escaped, and he meets Kureha, who has just ran away from the castle, and they talk about like Hiruluk and how he wanted to save the country, and when does a person really dies, and Kureha ends up helping him, and he goes to join the battle. With Kureha, yeah. Kureha is like, well, shit, whatever, and she's like, well, let's go save the people, I guess. Yeah, and the Luff troop is about to go down the castle when Wapol already arrives there through a secret entrance, and they're like, oh, who the hell is this guy? And Vivi's like, oh no, it's King Wapol. And Luffy's like, well, I'ma get stretching, I'm about to kick your ass. And there's this whole talk where, yeah, Wapol starts to like talk about like, you are in my castle and I'm gonna kick you out after I kill you, and what is this guy doing? And Luffy's just stretching like, oh, I'm getting ready for the battle, you know? Holy. And yeah, Luffy took Nami's coat because after Vivi climbed the mountain and got there and she was like warming by the fire, Luffy is like, I took Nami's jacket because you kind of reminded me of how cold it is outside. That's like, yeah, dude, you think so? Yeah, man. Whew. Anyways. And yeah, Vivi has a nice moment where she walks up to Wapol, who like in her childhood, like pretty much punched her in the face. And she walks up to him and tells him the exact words that Cobra once told him. And it was a nice scene. And she even like gives him like a little 1-2, right to his tin-plated face. Vivi, maybe you should have thought about punching tin plates. I don't feel like that's a good idea, man. Most of his face is tin. I'm not sure if you want to punch it, Vivi. But yeah, we get to see some Vivi hands early on. You know, she's not one to pick down from a fight, you know. But yeah, Luffy ends up saving her after Wapol tries to cut her in half, so that's great. But yeah, the Wapol Metal Tin Soldiers, cool idea. Awesome designs, reminds me of Warhammer Chaos Soldiers, yeah. But anyways. There was one moment during that battle where Usopp is like, sure, kill Flingstar! And he shoots one of the soldiers and it does nothing to him. And he's like, maybe he didn't hear me say, sure, kill. I mean, they have to hear it to, you know, like understand that, oh no, it's surely going to kill me. yeah, they didn't hear it, I guess. Anyways. Let's see. Yeah, this is where we get the big chop. He transforms into the big chop because not only Wapol arrives at the castle, but Chess and Kuromarimo also come in there, who are going to fight Chopper and Sanji. And that's when Chopper turns big in front of the Straw Hats. But I am not a fan of that big voice, because they gave like Michaela Hoover like some kind of weird effect for it, and it's just get a different actor. I feel like she just can't do the big voice, but maybe we'll hear a different voice on season 3. Maybe, hopefully. At least on my opinion. My opinion, don't steal. Anyways. Yeah, so we have Chopper and Sanji fighting against Chess and Kuromarimo, and Vivi and Luffy going against Wapol. That's a nice addition, because in the original, we don't get to see Vivi fight Wapol whatsoever, because she arrives with the rest of the crew later on, yeah. But yeah, there was a funny scene about Luffy losing the sleeve on Nami's jacket, and he's like, oh man, I sure hope Nami doesn't find out about this, and then he tears off the whole sleeve, and he's like, what are you doing? And later on, she did see Luffy with her jacket, and she was like, what are you doing? That's mine. But anyways. Yeah, the action scenes were very cool. I love the teamwork that was going on with Chess and Kuromarimo, and later on with Sanji and Chopper, and also Luffy and Sanji. Sanji had a lot of like screen time. Sanji was like the MVP in this season. Yeah, man, like. And I mean, Zoro had the whole like 20-minute fight against 100 agents, and he manages to beat 100 agents on the screen. He actually beat like 100 people, one after another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can count them all. It happens on screen. He gets 100 knockouts / kills. Whew. But yeah, then we had a lot of Sanji. So it's like, wow, man, we're getting both of the best nations. Yeah. Ooh, Mamma Mia. Yeah, well, Kuromarima and Chess do not combine this time around, or rather sit on one another's shoulders with the help of Wapol. But Chess does actually bring one of the axes into play. And he even says like snow splitting axe or whatever the names for the move was. But they do reference the axe that Chess Marimo uses in the combination of the two guys uses in the original story. Yeah. But yeah, then we get to finally see Bison Dalton, who runs really weird. I'm not sure if that running animation for the Bison was actually great, but yeah. And yeah, there was a line where Wapol is like, I can't wait to eat you. But should Wapol eat another Devil Fruit user? Won't that be lethal for him, considering, the knowledge that we have Devil Fruits, but not in the live action? Because, yeah, I guess the first time when they mentioned that is during Water 7 and NES Lobby. But, yeah, basically, if you eat 2 fruits, understanding the rumors, you explode. Because that's too much of a curse. Because devil fruits are supposed to be a curse. Because it takes away your ability to like resist like salt water and the essence of the sea. But yeah. So I feel like if Wapol eats Luffy, also can he really eat Luffy? Because Wapol's powers can't turn people into things. So when he eats a person whole, he can't combine that person with like other stuff or like fuse the person into other stuff, but he can fuse other things into the person. So he's not technically eating a person. So can he actually like chew down on a person? How else does he eat other food, But I feel like his powers will prevent cannibalism because he just can't. He does eat Chess and Kuromarimo in the show and in the original story, but he does appear to be chewing them, but they actually are completely fine afterwards. Well, they do like get combined with other things to fuse for the perfect warrior. But according to Oda, he can't fuse people with other people or like people into any other thing, and that's why after they beat Wapol in the live action, the regular soldiers who were turned into like the Wapol Metal Teen soldiers, they also turn into regular people because Wapol was probably knocked unconscious and his power fades away. But Wapol cannot eat people and turn those into like ingredients, but people inside Wapol's mouth can be conjoined with other things. Oh my god, my nose, please. Man, this is getting kind of bad for my voice, huh? Okay, let's see. Yeah, cool moves with Chess and Kuromarimo. When Sanji attacks. Oh, I just completely blocked one of my ears with a pressure. Oh god. When Sanji attacks Kuromarimo at one point with a kick, he turns around at Nami, and Nami's like smiling, and then he winks at her, and Nami's like, okay, get back to the fight. Man, I gotta go clear this. Just give me a moment. Okay, yeah, we gotta wrap this up, man. Okay, so yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, the Sanji wink during battle was funny. We also get to we get to see Kuro Marimo's Electro Marimo move as well, which is basically just a static hair, yeah, or a hair filled with static energy. Holy. Yeah, and I like when Wapol, when he tries to eat Luffy, and Luffy stops it with his fingers, and Wapol turns his tongue into a cannon. I like that the cannon was actually lit inside of his mouth. But Vivi uses her peacock slashers to use the string on them to help close his mouth. With Luffy, and Wapol ends up blowing himself up. Okay, we still got 2 more papers. Let's see, a little shorter ones. And yeah, the Sanji and Chopper teamwork comes into play after Chess and Marimo are like, oh man, where's your teamwork, huh? But yeah, speaking of Sanji, I guess his spine was fine after all, huh? They did mention that they had to fix his spine, and well, I guess a couple of ribs, yeah. But I guess his spine was completely fine. I guess maybe it was only his ribs, huh? But then with the help of Chopper, oh yeah, wait. So Chopper actually, or wait, no. Let's do this again. So then with the help of Chopper holding down Kuro Marimo, we get to see Sanji's party table kick course move, which is him standing on his hands and like spinning his legs round and round. That's one of my favorite moves from Sanji. And speaking of, in One Piece Pirate Warriors 3, that's a great area of effect attack from him. Ah man, I wish the PC edition of One Piece Pirate Warriors 3 would actually work, but it's a bad port. Oh yeah, maybe. I mean, I will buy it on the Switch, I guess. No, not that. I mean, and play it again. I've already spent so many hours on it. I don't want to play it again on PS4. You know, a port where the game actually works. Yeah. But yeah, then Kureha comes to help the village as well as Dalton did before, and she's like, time to show me my witch magic, and then she fires a gun. No, Kureha, that's a gun. It's not magic, it's a gun. But yeah, and after Wapol was blown away, he actually like rises from this like rubble of like furniture, and when he speaks, there's these black smokes that come out of his mouth. But I noticed that for some reason, that smoke like traveled like really fast out of his mouth towards the left for some reason. While in the background, in the room, we see like candles that are completely still. But the smoke traveled like really fast, kind of like wind picked it up for some reason. I noticed that, and it looked kind of bad. It needed to be puffs of black smoke without really like moving one direction or another. That was a bad edit, and I noticed it. When I notice bad edits, that's when you're doing your job wrong, by the way. Just for the note. If I notice bad editing, you're doing it wrong. Because I'm blind to edits. Anyways. No, I'm not. I'm like super precise on, well, what do you call them? Details, yeah? I'm just lying. I'm just giving them, you know, something to be a note for, like, oh, I can give this guy bad edits. No, I'll see them all. Anyways, moving on. Yeah. We had a Wapol pizza cutter. Delicious. It was just a moving drill saw blade, yeah. It's the drill. No, it was like a fastly spinning saw blade. Yeah, that's the one. But yeah, Luffy gets blasted for protecting the flag of Hiruluk, and well, yeah, he has the whole speech about this is not something to be laughed at and shot at, and so on, yeah. You know, kind of like the Ochi, yeah. But speaking of, at some point... So when Vivi uses the Peacock Slasher, the like slashing weapon that she has on her pinkies, she was holding down Wapol so that Luffy gets to attack him. But she was only holding them down with her pinky fingers. So my question is, how strong are Vivi's pinkies? If she's holding down a grown, well, obese man like that with only her pinkies, try to lift something with your pinkies alone. Like, forget Zoro. Forget Zoro and his weightlifting of like 100 tons. Vivi's pinkies are stronger than Wapo metal. My god, what the fuck? What? I'm going to lift my coffee mug with my... It's not happening. It's like there's no control. I can't do it. I mean, I can lift it, but it's like I have to be careful. I guess it's not that bad. I guess it's not that bad, actually. Has to be something heavier, but let's not try to do that. Don't try this at home. But how strong are her pinky? That's my question. Zoro finally gets caught up in the action and finds himself in quite a pickle. And he's about to be blasted off again. But that's when Luffy and Sanji unleash Gum Gum Air Assault. Air Assault? Wait a moment. Wasn't the original name something like Army de l'Air? Which stands for, well, in France, the Air Force. Air Assault? Wait. Why don't we just use the French name like Sanji originally does in the original story? Why do we have to steep on the levels of English and use Air Assault? Where's Army de l'Air? Yeah, wait, what? Anyways. Yeah, so we didn't get to see Chess Marimo, Sanji kicks. Oh yeah, so Sanji kicks the Kuro Marimo with the party table kick course. Yeah, that's the one. So hard that he knocks all the way across the room into Chess, who's like behind this like lap set, and they both get knocked out by that. But yeah, we don't get to see Chess Marimo, the double combination of those two in this, and I am okay with that actually. It's a little silly, yeah. And yeah, once Wapol is knocked away by the Gum Gum Air Assault, Army de l'Air, he gets knocked out of the window, his stained glass window where he had an image of him standing proudly, and I guess he flies so far away. Or no, because Wapol has no range on his like creations. So Wapol was actually knocked unconscious, according to my One Piece expertise. And that's why the Tin Soldiers, who were apparently unbeatable in the town, they like dissolve and become like regular soldiers again. And Zoro is saved, Usopp is saved, everyone is saved, and we only lost a couple people, yeah. But yeah. And the EC-20, they make their way to the town and they're shown to be in chains, which, well, you know, makes sense. And Kureha rescues them and now they're free. Wow. And as the rest of the crew arrives to the castle and they're like, where the hell were you people? We were saving the town, and Luffy is like, he's just chilling on the throne. Luffy is just chilling on the throne, and Dalton finally gets to meet Chopper again. And they exchange the stories of their battles, like, oh yeah, we were saving the town from these like metal creeps, you know? And Luffy was like, oh, I just defeated the king of this place. And Dalton's like, what, you defeated this king? Oh yeah, I had some help. And that's when Dalton sees Chopper and so on and so on. But yeah, and then the Luffy troop is about to head off, and Luffy is like, hey, come with us, Chopper. You're a cool boy, you should join us. And Chopper is like, oh, but I'm a reindeer. How can a reindeer be a pirate? And I have a blue nose, and I'm a doctor. And Luffy is like, shut up, let's go! With your hopes and dreams. And the Chopper is like, no, I can't. No. Chopper is like, oh yeah, let's go. Woo. And yeah, no, I got work to do. I can't. But yeah, as Chopper is getting ready to leave, he goes to talk to Kureha about leaving, and Kureha is like, "What can a little reindeer like you do in the sea? You are my only assistant, and I need you here. You go outside and gather like the medicine that you broke in the fight." And Chopper's like, "No! I'm a big man, I got dreams of my own, and I want to become a pirate." But this time around, Kureha doesn't actually chase him away with like violence. "No domestic violence on my live-action Chopper," says the director. Oh man, but I love domestic violence. In my animated TV shows. Anyways. Yeah, and the crew outside is like throwing snowballs at Wapple's paintings and like kicking snowballs at Wapple's paintings as well. And that's a funny scene though. But yeah, Chopper gets the sled ready, and we get the whole like riding on top of the ropeway, and the moon is in the background, kind of like my scene right here. And then at the end of it, Chopper is like, "Oh my god, I forgot to take my pack of medical supplies." And then Nami is like, "You mean this?" And then they realize like, oh, Kureha was a good person, and he wasn't, or she wasn't just calling Chopper names because she didn't want him to leave, but because she was testing Chopper if he is a brave boy. And I know my Chopper is gonna leave, so I'm gonna prepare my bag of medical supplies for my son. And yeah, that's why, you know, the bag is there, and Chopper is like, oh, she did care. And then Kureha is like, oh, I don't like teary goodbyes. And then she blasts off the powder that Hiruluk was making for the last 30 years, and then the whole wintry dreary scene of Drum Kingdom becomes a blossoming cherry blossom sakura tree, because the powder mixes with the snow and makes it all pink, and then it's all good looking, and the crew finally set sail. Woo! And yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I did like the contrast where Chopper looks back at Drum Kingdom and it's like dark and snow. It was a dark and a stormy night. It's like all dark and dreary. And then Kureha blasts off the powder that Hiruluk was making for like most of his life, and he like melts with the snow, and there's like this bright pink like sakura petal snow thing combination, and the whole Drum Kingdom island, kind of like this tower in my background, becomes like looking like a giant like sakura blossoming tree, and it's like, oh my god, that's so beautiful. But yeah, I feel like it looked really nice, it looked really great. Because the contrast was there, because it was like a really dark, snowy, stormy night. So it's like just like the blackout kingdom, man. And then it becomes like this bright, blossoming, this pink snowfall thing. And oh man, that was so well done, man. But yeah. Okay, anything else? So yeah. And Kureha and Dalton talk about like, oh man, that was quite the guy our little son left off with, Monkey D. Luffy. And Dalton is like, Monkey D. Luffy. And he talks about like, it reminds me of Gold Roger. And Kureha is like, Gold Roger? Don't you mean Goldie Roger? Bum 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 dun dun dun. And Dalton's like, no, I mean Gold Roger. And Kureha, no, there's a D in it. And Dalton's like, yeah, the D in gold. They're like, no, this is made up. That scene did not happen. But yeah. Yeah, it's apparently Goldie Roger, the will of the D. Just like Monkey D's nuts Luffy, yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, and Chopper also shows that in his bag, he had like this glass jar of like these golden pills, these like golden balls. But we didn't get to see the rumble balls yet that they have in the original story for Chopper's fight. And it was only at that moment I realized, oh yeah, that's true. Oh, but yeah. And then I have a very short last final notes list here. Let's see. And yeah, the episode, the whole season basically ends with, well, Kureha saying goodbye to his foolish son who finally sets off for his dreams. And yeah, the Chopper starts to cry on the ship and they're all watching the cherry blossoms fall in the snow. And Zoro is like smiling and he like comes behind Chopper and then he picks him up and puts him on his shoulder. And congratulations, Zoro is now a dad. That was so sweet. Zoro, like, who's like this like never smiling grim swordsman, he like comes to Chopper, picks him up and lifts him to his shoulder and they're like all looking at the battles and oh my god. Hold on, I'm not crying, it's flu. But yeah, that was such a nice addition, man. Because we're gonna get some dad action with Zoro later on. So I can't wait to see that, man. Oh my god. But yeah, and then the Straw Hats have a whole party situation inside the ship. Oh my god, my nose, please. Just couple more minutes. We're not going for 2 hours here. I just need 2 minutes, man. Holy. Yeah, they have a whole party inside the ship and we see Luffy do like the sticks up in the nose kind of party trick and there's some funny dances in the background. Holy. But oh yeah, there's also a scene because like the Straw Hats are like drinking alcohol even though they're like 17. But there's a line that you can hear in the background where Zoro goes to Chopper. You want a beer? And Chopper is like, no, I prefer hot chocolate. Like, Zoro, don't give the boy beer. I know you're a dad, but that doesn't mean you need to be giving beer to Chopper, dude. What are you doing, Zoro? Ah, yeah. But yeah, he's in Chopper's Canon 8. It's like 4 or something. But in terms of like reindeer years, he's supposed to be like 14 in like reindeer to human years or something like that. So yeah, like don't give the 14-year-old beer, Zoro. Ah, yeah, man. But yeah, then at the end we get a little bit more Smoker and Tashigi. Yeah, we didn't get too much marine stuff in season 2, but I really hope that for season 3 we get like the combination of Smoker, Tashigi, and Garp, Kobe, and Helmet Bone. So I'm really hoping for that one, yeah. But honestly, it might only be... Oh yeah, and we didn't get to see a single Bocard scene in this one. So add Bocard to that list. I want to get them all in season 3. They need to come back. All those Marines. The big names, we need to see them again. And I want to see like the scene where they transfer Smoker. Oh my god, can we restart? I want to see the scene where they transfer Captain Morgan from prison to Garp's ship and he tries to escape. I want to see that scene in season 3. And he captures Helmeppo to use as a hostage after cutting down Garp, who's sleeping, while getting cut, yeah. And Kobe goes to rescue Helmeppo. I want to see that scene in season 3. It can be like episode 2 or whatever, but I just want it to be there so we get more Marine stuff. Because the Marines will be very important on what happens at Alabasta, yeah. And not just Smoker and Tashigi, yeah. Oh my god, just a couple more words. But then the whole season ends up with finally showcasing Crocodile, Mr. Zero. And we get his full profile. And he gets his own wanted poster. Yeah, we only got Luffy's wanted poster, and then Dory and Brogy. Yeah, Wappo didn't have a wanted poster, even though he was acting as a pirate for a one time. But yeah, we didn't get Wappo's wanted poster because he's not a wanted pirate. but the Pliskin pirates were still a pirate crew, and Wapol did actually introduce him as the captain as well. But he's not like a real pirate, yeah. Oh god, but yeah, we get to see Crocodile in his full glory. I laughed at his wanted poster face, because he looks like... It's like one of those troll images where like the guy is like laughing right after trolling someone. Like, he looked like one of those images, dude, and he was so funny. But yeah. We'll see more Mr. Zero on the next season, and it's gonna be so great, because the actor looks so good for him. Oh my god, please. But yes. What else? Let's see. Yeah, we also got a Nico Robin as well. They finally revealed her full name and that she has a bounty, and you know, that she got like really early on, because it's just an image of a child pretty much. And yeah, we don't get any other reveals, but there was in the original story the reveal of the first mentioning of Ace would have happened here, because he was out to look out for Luffy, but oh my god, please. But we did not get that, so we might skip it. I think we're going to skip it, or maybe the third season will begin. No way, we're gonna skip that one. They're gonna skip it. We're not gonna see the Ace asking around at a restaurant where to find Luffy and then running on his bill. We are not going to get that. They're going to skip it because it's not information that we need right now. And also, we didn't get to see Bonchan. We didn't get to see Mr. 2 in this season yet, but we know the actors for both Ace and Mr. 2 already. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they handle their appearances, because it's going to be very early on. If we get the scene where Ace is looking for Luffy, it's going to be early on. And then, since Mr. 2 was sent to take out Mr. 3 because, well, he kind of messed up his orders because Crocodile told him to kill the Straw Hats, and then Sanji, well, disguised as the phone call from Mr. 3, he says that, oh yeah, they're dead, and then sounds of fighting start to happen, and Crocodile is like, I thought you told me that they were dead. And Sanji was like, oh no, you know, some of them were still alive, and Crocodile is like, but you told me they were dead. And that's why he sent the Unluckies to, well, you know, check on Mr. 3 and to confirm if or not they were dead. But then later on, he also sends Mr. 2 to take out Mr. 3 on his way to Alabasta, but, well, spoilers, Mr. 2 never finds Mr. 3. Or the Straw Hats, because the Straw Hats actually diverted their course from the little garden to Alabasta because they went to Drum Kingdom. Yeah. So that's going to be interesting to see how they handle that whole situation, man. Oh, mama miba. Okay, anything else? Oh yeah, they reference with the ending theme of the whole season. They reference Ode to New World, which will be a very important song. It is a classical song, and it's going to be played at the end of next season, so I'm looking forward to that one as well, man. Yeah, that's going to be great. But there you go. I really enjoyed One Piece live action season 2 enough to destroy my voice before talking about it for hours on end. Yeah, that was a total of at least 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours of me talking about One Piece. But this video doesn't end here yet, because I still want to play some Pokopia, just like the last 2 times. But yeah, I'll try to post all of these videos at the same time. Don't worry, that's my notes being crushed together so I can throw them into the trash bin. Yeah, I wanna release all of these 3 videos at the same time, so that you can hear all my thoughts back to back. Because, you know, there's 3 videos. So that, yeah. The thumbnails will feature mostly One Piece with this character that I have on the screen right now. And then a little bit of Pokopia at the bottom. Yeah. But those videos will be mostly about me yapping about One Piece. Yes. But yeah. with One Piece stuff, I'm done. Now I can finally check out the Reddit for One Piece live action, now that I've finally seen the whole season. And, well, you won't see it on the screen, but I wanna go to top from last week. Let's see. Oh, feature of the Marines. It's a photo of Altia, the Marines, from the season. Oh, that's so good. Okay. I gotta upload that one. And yeah, there was a lot of controversy with the casting of Vivi, and man, she did her. Vivi's actor was so good. I was always on her camp the moment they revealed her. I mean, it's a little weird because, well, the original character is like really fair skinned, you know, like pretty much just white pale skin, and you know the actor that they got has more of a tan skin. But I was on that on day one. I was very supportive of her. You had a fan in me, Miss oh well, anyways, what's her name? What is her name? Wait, even this post doesn't use her full name. Yeah, what the hell? But yeah, she was a great actor, and I love how Vivi looked like. Yeah. Yes. She was great. She was fantastic. That's my Vivi. That's my Vivi in the live action show. She is our Vivi. She's part of the crew. Yeah, man. But yeah, someone says Vivi, Usopp, and Hiriluk were probably their favorite characters this season. Yeah, Usopp got a lot of screen time. I love what they did with Sanji, and especially Sanji with Nami, those scenes. Oh man, they were all great. Makinil didn't really get too much time, like, well, outside of his combat, but his whole, like, episode 2... Alright, episode 3, which episode? Episode 3, the whole 20-minute combat sequence, that was so good, man. Yeah, Charitra Chantran, that's the one. Charitra Chantran, man, that's a hard name to pronounce when my whole, like, systems are not working. She was perfect for Vivi, man. That was great. But, oh, man. It was fantastic. This season was fantastic. There's no putting season 1 over season 2. There's no putting season 2 over season 1. It's all just one show, and the show is fantastic. That's my final judgment. It's all fantastic. Yes. I can't rate it. I cannot rate One Piece because it's all so good. Because it's the whole. It's the wholeness. The whole adventure comes together as one. And it's all good. That's the whole deal. But yeah. Yeah, man. And yeah, Inaki Goroi as well, resuming, you know, the role of Luffy, of course. And we decided to change Luffy. Oh, no! No, he did great. When I first heard Goroi scream as Luffy, like, wow! I was like, ooh. Oh, but he's doing a great job. He is doing fantastic as Luffy. And yeah, Emily Rod as Nami as well. Great scenes in season 2. All these actors on One Piece live action, man. Excellent choices. Excellent actors. Doesn't matter if it's the heroes or the villains. Well, honestly, I think the only thing that I'm worried, honestly, Big Chopper. That's the only thing that I kinda don't like. His voice being portrayed as Mikaela Hoover with the added effect. I'm not a fan of that. She either needs to do a deeper voice or they have to get someone else. Without the added effect. The effect is the worst part about it. That's what I don't like. That's the only minus I'm giving this whole show. Big Chopper voice. That's the only minus. But yeah, let's continue, man. Oh, wow. There's a group shot with Chantra and Goroi. Holy. And yeah, Robin's actor. Yeah. I mean, you know, there's a whole, like, talk about, well, in the original story, Robin goes from having like tan skin to like just completely white skin. Which, well, it kind of makes sense when you start to think about the fact that where Robin is working at the times. But she had a very like pale skin in this presentation of live action. But she looked great. She looked very good. Very good. I like it. Yeah, very good, yes. And like her hair, oh my god, it's so smooth, man. Like, oh my god, it's like a waterfall. Holy. Yeah, what? Oh yeah, man. One Piece Season 2, now streaming. Episode 3, guys. Zoro versus 100 Assassins. Don't miss it, says Makenio. And then Book of Jacob, which is Jacob Romero's account on Instagram, I guess. He says, Usopp also killed 101 agents in the way back to the ship, but we had to cut the episode down for time, so it didn't make the cut. I believe it! He did beat 101 agents. It's from Usopp himself. If he says it's true, I mean, Sanji was there, but I don't see his reply here for confirmation. But if he says it, it's true. I can't believe they cut that. That's a big minus for the show, man. Oh, that's a shame. Well, they gotta release the extended edition, edited by Jacob himself. Oh, yeah. It's just shots of Usopp firing towards something and the agents going down from Zoro's cut. No! Holy. Someone better edit that, yeah. Who else loved Charitra Chantran after Season 2? I mean, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah. Oh yeah, Katie Sagal was such a good choice for Dr. Kureha. True. Yeah, there was another actor whose name I don't remember at the moment, but yeah. Season 3 is going to be monumental. True. Oh yeah, this is the hype train. The finale of these talks will be the hype train. Oh my god, I guess we are at almost 2 hours. I told you, man, it's gonna be long. Whoa! Though I'm sure our opinions were made up, One Piece Season 2 is currently sitting at a double 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Ooh. My god, hold on. Oh, Oda's message. Oda has sent a message. I have intercepted Oda's message. He said Season 2 was great. Season 3 coming soon. Okay, let's see. It's been about 2.5 years. I appreciate your patience. Wait, I thought it was 3 years. Oh well. I thought it was longer. It's ready at last. One Piece live action Season 2 on Netflix. And yes, I also watched it on Netflix, by the way. Do not pirate. Buy it on Netflix. Watch it on Netflix. Support the show if you enjoy it. Yes. I told you that world really exists, didn't I? But if you thought seeing a guy with a stretchy body is impressive, then you're just a frog in a well. Croak, croak, croak. Surely you've heard the stories about ever more terrifying creatures and far more dangerous seas. Anyway, let's just play it safe. We can laugh it off as a bunch of made-up tales and... Wait, what? You're already heading there? Are you mad? Well then, seems we may never meet again. But do take care. I'll be wishing you good fortune. Off you go. Into the grand line! Woo! We already saw the season. Stop playing that song. It's over. We'll have to wait another 3 years. No, I think they can do it in 2 years. Is my counting, but who knows? I'm giving it 2 years. Oh yeah, man, this is still unbelievable to me. Oh yeah, right, yeah. Well, someone's missing from there, but we've seen 8 of the Straw Hats already. That's true. What? But I thought it's a crew of 6 people. No, but we saw 8 of them. I think this scene is my favorite change from the anime manga. Oh yeah. Luffy dancing. Oh, that was so good, man. Yeah, true. Oh, let's see. Okay. Oh, Helmet Bow Frame Mugging Kobe. Yeah, they're looking good, those boys. Again, Season 3. More Marines. Make it happen, huh? Oh yeah, and there's a new poster with, well, pretty much everything about the season. Yeah, everything and everyone. Okay, well, that's very cool. That's very cool, yeah. Oh, yeah, Smoker. His actor looks so good. But we didn't. Once again, more Marines. More Smoker, more Tashigi. I want to see what the story between Tashigi and Miss All Sunday will be in Season 3. Because we didn't really get that on Season 2 after it happens, you know. But more Garp, more Kobe, more Helmeppo, and bring Bogart back for Season 3. This is true. And yeah, Mr. 9, I love that. Mr. 9's actor, he was so good. Yes. And Mark Haralick for the hero look, yeah. Great. I mean, again, the hero look, some of the scenes were missing and weren't done enough justice, I feel like, but it was done. And yeah, looks like, yeah, the ratings for Season 2 are all over 8, at least. In Season 1, the first episode of Syrup Village actually has a 7.7, which is, you know, a yellow rating. But it looks like the last 2 episodes for Season 2 have over 9 rating. What's with Episode 3? 8.9? 8.9? You mean 9.8? Yeah, you got a typo over there, huh? Did you not see Zoro cut down 100 assassins and also Usopp off screen defeating 101 assassins? Oh man, crazy stuff, huh? Holy. Oh yeah, Zoro is a dad. That's right. Yeah, someone's posting about that. Oh my god. Oh, he's also very handsome, yes. Oh yeah. So it's a girl, well. Oh, I forgot about that. So when Nami pointed out inside Laboon, oh yeah, you mean the uvula, which is like the you know, the thing in your mouth that looks like a punching bag, according to Zoro, and Zoro is like, oh, so it's a girl well, and it's like, huh? What? What do you mean, Zoro? Huh? Bruh, anyways, I guess, yeah. Holy. Oh yeah, and also I'm betting to see some people watch this whole season on the internet as well. Oh yeah, wait, that's true. I can finally search for One Piece reaction. Oh my god, I can finally do it. Who's been watching One Piece? Okay, well that's one. Well, I can open these channels right now, but I'll do it later, yeah. I'll check the list of these people later. We have reached 2 hours of yapping about One Piece. Oh, boy. Oh god. But yeah, I think Makeneu's trainer praised his dedication in building his physique for Season 2. He trained 7 days per week, 3 hours each session, and a strict meal plan. He even trained after night shoots at 2 AM. He teased that Makeneu is going to look even more incredible in Season 3. Oh, he's going hard, man. He already looks fantastic and he's going even harder. Oh my god. And yeah, Usopp, he had so many good moments in this season, even rescuing the whole crew as well. Yeah, Usopp really was an MVP, man. Holy. It's true, yeah. And yeah, this spoiler scene was honestly genius, and it's Sanji talking about his mother. Holy. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, someone made a post about the famous East Blue Pet Shop reopens. I also talked about that, being in the newspaper. Yeah, holy. Oh, God. Anyways, I think, I think I'm done talking. But yeah, you get the vibe. I think my message has come clear across. I didn't like it at all. Yeah, I think these the 4.5 hours. I think you got the message. It was kind of waste of time. No, are you kidding me, dude? It was so good, man. Woo! It is almost 2 a.m. and I'm screaming like an idiot. Oh well. That's what One Piece does to you. There you go. And I also have a dead voice and I just screamed, so this is like, I hope you got the message, okay? I really enjoyed it and I'm going to stop yapping from now on and forever. Until season 3. I have to stop yapping, I'm actually dead. But I will be starting up Pokopia, because that's what I've been coupling these talks with. I've been playing Pokopia afterwards and just chilling for like an hour or two. So let's get to it. Yeah, let's get to Pokopia. So there you go. We are no, shut up. Voice dead, remember. We are officially done talking about One Piece live action season 2. And now we will resume regular order on playing video games and yapping more about stuff that I enjoy or don't enjoy. And we're gonna get right back to it. Let's start at Pokopia. Yeah, I'll look at the other channels who may have watched the One Piece live action season 2 over on YouTube, and oh man, I get to enjoy it all over again and see other people enjoy One Piece, and that's the best part. My job here is done. I have yet my own thoughts about the season for you to enjoy. I think I should put these videos in their own playlist, to be honest. I've been adding, well, I guess I have been adding these videos to the Jackie Watches / Listens playlist as well. I just need to reorder them because it's going from newest to oldest, which is not the order I like to have my playlist at. Yeah, because when you make a playlist, let's not yap, dude. Whatever. I'm gonna reorder the videos so that you start with the newest and then you go to the oldest when it comes to these One Piece videos. But when you watch the Jackie Watches playlist, it's usually the newest first and then the oldest. But I'm gonna reorder these One Piece videos. That's the thing I was going to talk about. And there you go. And now we're gonna start Pokopia. Let's go. Woo! Controller has been charged, very good. And yeah, we'll play for probably an hour. Yeah, because this was already 2 hours. And I won't be doing story in Pokopia, because this has been 2 hours of yapping about One Piece. And I don't want to mix these videos with the story of Pokopia, yeah. There you go. And I really need to continue the story, because to be honest, I watched a little bit of someone else going through the story parts where I am at, and maybe it was a mistake, or maybe I enjoyed spending time over there, but I have to continue the story for Pokopia. Yes, I should probably also open the other areas as well, if I can. Wait, no, but if they went to 2 areas, then I can also do that as well, right? Yeah, true. So I think I should, yeah, I think once 5 a.m. comes around, I might do another session of Pokopia where I go open all the areas, so there won't be any spoilers left for me, other than, you know, finding about the other areas. But yes, this time around, we will only focus on Pallet Town and Fuchsia City, yeah. Well, you know what? I started to think, is it really Fuchsia City? What if this place is Celadon? But it's so close to the ocean, so it... Wait, it's raining over here? What the... I don't remember there being rain in my Pallet Town, which I'm now calling Humming Hills, by the way. Which is a reference... Well, I can't zoom, sorry about that. Which is a reference to my first ever Minecraft map, by the way. I named it Humming Hills, yeah. There you go. So, you might be wondering what's new over here, and well, nothing too much. I got an Umbreon. Oh no. Right, I have to do this. So, let's go through all the information that I've gotten. Okay, it's not too bad. First of all, Oh yeah, I think you saw on stream me getting this guy, yeah. But basically, man, what's with the frames, huh? The Pokemon Center was complete. Here it is. Bam. You might see some new builds in the background. Ba-da-ba-bum. And, well, that about it. Okay, there you go. Next clip. Here is Umbreon. Very cool. Yes. And then I actually speak to him. I'm not gonna read any of this, by the way. Feel the aura of the moon. Umbreon, one of my favorites from Gen 2, yeah. One of them. I have a lot of favorites when it comes to Pokemon. I'd have to go gen by gen, yeah. But yeah, that's very cool. Forms patterned circles around its body whenever the moon is glowing and it gets excited, yeah. Next up, I came to Fuchsia City from Pallet Town and I got this message. You sense a large presence coming from the ocean. Wait, what? And I think when you look at the map here... Oh wait, that's not the... Yeah, that's not that. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? But when you look at the map for Fuchsia City, there's a large spot in the ocean that's like just water. It's like fog of war. You haven't gone there yet, so it's all like... it's like neutral squares on the map still. So I'm guessing that there's probably some kind of hole in the ocean where you can like dive to once you get like the proper gear or whatever. And that's very interesting. Next up, I got this boy over here. This Doughboy. I've never seen this Pokemon before, but I think it's from Scarlet and Violet, right? Yeah, Fido. He was going for a walk and just got really into it all. Don't worry, I later on transferred him to Pewter City. Yes. Congratulations, it's a Doughboy. It's a fairy type? What the? The yeast in Vido's bread is useful for cooking, so this Pokemon has been protected by people since long ago. Oh my god. Whew. And I also got this Otter Lamp Pokemon. And I also moved this grave over to a Pewter City as well. Oh yeah, that X, right. A human? No, you smell different. I'm a Pokemon. And yeah, we're looking for humans. I learned more lore as I was listening to the Otter stream. I'll talk about it once I find that lore myself. But yeah. The story of where did the humans go, I think we got an answer for it, but we'll talk about it once I will find that lore piece myself. But yeah, Lampent appears at the moment of death and promptly absorbs the spirit as it leaves the body. And it hasn't been eating humans because humans left, pretty much. After the missiles. And then I got a Haxorus, there you go. That home that I made is too small for Tyranitar, by the way. So I gave it to Axew or whatever the middle stage Pokemon is in the background. Or yeah, there you go. And Haxorus actually drops small logs, which then can be used for the timber, yeah. Which is great. So we should actually put a box near Haxorus. And that was it. Okay, so I'm gonna shut the hell up and I'm never gonna speak again. And yeah, pretty much... Oh, Ditto is sleeping, hold it. Pretty much, here's what I've done with the town. I fixed and, well, halfway finished the flower maze over yonder. I worked on this area a little bit over here and cleared a lot of the sand. I might do something with this dig that's going on here. You'll see in the future, maybe. Whew. And yeah, what else? I've increased the size of this area. Yep. I need to add furniture over to this house and the other houses and invite some Pokemon in. Oh, yeah. I'm still missing a Hoppip actually, but that might be because Hoppip is still selling items, so we don't get a Hoppip for now. Holy. Whew. What else? This ocean area, I think my Vaporeon is going to live here eventually. I'll put the set like here or something, and it's like a nice little ocean monument that I got with the 3D printer actually, yeah. Yeah. Because when you use the camera like this, and you press Y to go to reference, you can choose items like this, take a photo of them. Pretty much, well, I guess most of the items, any items, even trees. And you take a photo of them, and you go to a Pokemon Center, and then you use the 3D printing machine to make copies with metal of these items. Yeah. Oh god, oh my god. Anything else you want to talk about? Yes. I didn't go inside this center yet. We will do it right now. Or maybe I did. Maybe I did not. I don't think I did actually. But here it is, untouched. Haven't stolen anything from here. Only taken photos. And there you go, cool. Oh. Mamma mia. Here's a nice repel area. You go here and then you have repel being shot at your face. And then you will be guaranteed. Yep. Here is a house. I don't have the materials for it though. Actually, now I do. Okay, well, I can build this house. Well, there you go. Yeah. I forgot I had 99 stones in Pewter City. So I was missing a lot of stones. Macho, scissor, and fly. Okay. Wake up. Put on a little bit of makeup. Whoa, what up? Oh, Scissor, let's go. Scissor, I need you. Yo, bird up, wake up. Follow me. Set me free. Away from... Eevee, with me. Sorry, maybe another time. Oh, I can only have 5? Okay. Okay, well, how about now, Eevee? Are you ready to build, Eevee? No, I'll use Cricket with me. Yeah, screw you, Eevee, you lazy bum, living on my island. Okay, there you go. Yes, very good. Tomorrow. Holy. Yes. So, that's about it. I haven't really built anything else. I did beautify Pewter City a little bit. But, yeah, you'll see it later. I'll talk about it when I do the next proper session of Pokopia. And, yes, I did finally print the walls to this flower garden. And, yeah, you'll see this later on as well. I built a little bridge over there. And, yeah, that about it. Cool, yeah, anyways. I've been yapping for too long. It's time for me to go. Cool. Yes, very cool. Here's some fluff. Delicious. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Fuchsia City even. Yes, yes. Oh, yeah, man. Woo! And, yeah, there you go, there you go. Wow. Yes. No commentary from this point forward. I'll probably chill for like an hour or something like that, but we'll see. I'm gonna switch over to capture card audio only. There you go. And yeah, it was great to be talking about One Piece. But yeah, I gotta shut up. Well, anyways, enjoy Pokopia. We will probably get going soon. I'm gonna have a little break and then we can go after that, yes. Yes, but there you go. Anyways, I'm out for now. I'll come back to Pokopia on next episode, and we'll do a lot of Pewter City stuff. And maybe check out the other areas too, because I really want to get these spoilers out of the way, yeah? Yeah. But there you go. Anyways, I'm out for now. Enjoy Pokopia for an hour or two. Bye-bye. Woo!